a pitcher in cricket or a bowler in cricket can legally hit the batter. Unlike in baseball, when you hit the batter, it's an ejection, the bench is clear, there's a fight. You can hit the batter. So all that talking y'all be doing in baseball and chirping, be careful. Because if the bowler gets mad, he's allowed to hit you.
Welcome back to US Cricket Talk, or welcome if it's your first time here. It's the boy CG the Genius, and I'm here with my co-host Big Nate Cricket. This man has been wanting to do this reaction video for a very long time. This video has been out for like 4 years and it's got a lot of views, picking up steam. We have seen a lot of persons react to this video who don't really know much about cricket. So we're gonna take this angle of, we are actual cricketers. We play this sport from we were very young. So we're going to be reacting to Cricket Explained as actual cricketers.
Yes,
And-
actual USA cricketers. Because we are USA cricket players.
Yes, definitely. So without further ado, let's get into this viral video and see if what they're saying actually makes sense.
It explained if you already know baseball.
All right.
So I don't know baseball that much, but you know baseball.
Yes, I know baseball. I know enough baseball that I can follow the game. Now, baseball has a lot of rules. I learned this because my son plays baseball. But I know the basics enough to get through a whole game.
All right, sir.
To get this started, I want you to imagine a game much like baseball, except there are only two bases, and they're basically where home plate is and where the pitcher's mound is. To score a run in this game,
I have a question already, sir.
Let's go. That's why
So
we're here.
I know in cricket, the boundaries are roughly like 65 meters, 75 meter. How huge is like a home run in to reach the fence in baseball?
So in baseball, different ballparks, different fields have different home runs. And they measure it by feet. So if you have a smaller field, it could be 200 feet to the left or 200 feet to the right. And then down the center could be 250, 300. It all depends on the ballpark. So normally home runs hit, from what I've learned, if I'm incorrect, help me out in the comments. Different ballpark. Like for instance, I think Tampa Bay Rays played in the New York Yankees practice facility across the street from Raymond James, the Buccaneers Stadium. And if I remember correctly, I think it was 318 to the center field was for a home run. So that's not bad.
So 318
Yeah,
is
318 feet away from where you're hitting was the home run marker. And like I said,
that's 96 meters, bro.
hey, I'm telling you. And then you have some ballparks that it's bigger. Because I watched a couple of games. I think Boston Red Sox, they have this one wall. I think it's called the Green Monster that's out in the center field. If you clear that, you're looking at 300 plus for a home run. And you still have some of these hitters like Ohtani, and you have Aaron Judge hitting bombs 450 feet, 475. They're hitting huge home runs in baseball.
So you just said 475?
Yeah, bro. Some major league baseball players have hit 450 plus. I'm telling you.
So that's like 145 meters.
Yeah, that's huge.
I think the record for the biggest six in cricket is like
Was it
150 from Brett Lee or something.
Yeah, we have to double check that, but it's like one something.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen normally. The highest you might see is maybe 115, 105 on average.
110, 90 something, depending on the size of the field.
But 150, you ain't gonna see that on a regular basis.
game, you simply have to reach the next base. So if you put the ball in play and you make it to the pitcher's mound, that's a run.
So this is one of the questions I get asked all the time. How do you score in cricket? And Sports Explained does a very good job of explaining that. Like he just said, you put the ball in play. As you can see, the ball is running down. He crosses paths to the other end, and that's one run. So that's one run to the total. So they're very accurate, and there's a very good explanation of how to score in cricket.
home plate, then you score 2 runs on that play. This game is played in the middle of an oval,
Yes.
so there's no foul area. You can hit the ball behind you, you can hit it to the side or whatever. And in this game, the pitchers are allowed to bounce the ball. If you can picture this game in your mind, you are 75% of the way to understanding cricket. The rest of it is details.
One quick thing. Go back to the image where he has the whole field. So just like he said, very good job of letting the people know. In cricket, you have 360 option when it comes to hitting the ball. So when you're batting, you can hit the ball anywhere that you want to hit it. Unlike in baseball, you have to keep it in front. Yes,
Yeah,
in front,
so the V.
because anything behind the V is a foul ball. So that's what I try to tell people when I'm telling them about cricket. When it comes to hitting, wherever you want to hit the ball, you can hit it. So I just wanted to point that out. That was a very good explanation right there. I like that.
Or whatever. And in this game, the pitchers are allowed to bounce the ball. If you can picture this game in your mind, you are 75% of the way to understanding cricket. The rest of it is details.
Basic gameplay.
So cricket is a game played between 2 teams of 11 players.
How many players are on a baseball team?
On a baseball field, 9. 9.
Oh,
Yes,
so
9. They have
11
the-
compared to 9.
Yes, 11 to 9. Because you have the catcher, you have the pitcher, you have first, second, third base, you have shortstop, and 3 outfielders.
9 players are out in the field at the various positions. And then there's 1 bowler, who is basically the pitcher, and 1 wicket keeper, who is basically the catcher. And then the team that is batting has 2 players at bat at any given time. These batters stand at opposite ends of the pitch, which is a narrow rectangle that's in the middle of the oval that is the cricket field. At the ends of the pitch are 2 wickets, which are these little structures that have 3 stumps and 2 bales. The stumps are the 3 pieces of wood that are in the ground, and the bales are these 2 little pieces of wood that rest on top of the stumps. A play begins when the bowler, which is basically the pitcher, bowls the ball to the batter. The bowler is ultimately trying to break the wicket, which would get the batter out, and more on that later. The batter is trying to protect the wicket and put the ball in play. If the ball is put in play and the batter and the teammate are able to switch places, so basically assume the other one's position, the team has scored a run. And if they can do that again, then they score 2, and if they can do that again, they score 3, etc. And there's no penalty for hitting a batter with a legally thrown ball.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
That's one thing they don't get. We can hit you, bro.
Yes. That's why I tell baseball players when they keep saying cricket is so easy and cricket is it. I'm like, bro, you're allowed to get hit. A pitcher in cricket or a bowler in cricket can legally hit the batter. Unlike in baseball, when you hit the batter, it's an ejection, the bench is clear, there's a fight. You can hit the batter. So all that talking y'all be doing in baseball and chirping, be careful. Because if the bowler gets mad, he's allowed to hit you.
And the spectators and the fans will say, yeah, get it. One more. Never seen a sport where they enjoy you getting injured.
Oh, for sure. Especially if it's a fast bowler.
Yeah, man. Smell the leather.
Yes, sir.
Batters are expected to protect the wicket and not let themselves get hit. In fact, as we'll see in a little bit, there are actually situations where a batter can be called out if they allow themselves to be hit with the ball. There is the equivalent.
And that is called leg before wicket.
Yep, LBW. I'm pretty sure he's going to explain it. But all it's saying is if the ball was going on to hit the wicket and it hit your leg before, you could be out.
Pretty much any part of your body except
Yeah.
your gloves.
And you'll see right here.
equivalent of a ball in cricket. It's called a wide. And if the umpire has determined that the bowler has bowled the ball wide, 1 run is awarded to the batting team. There's also something.
So that's similar to when you don't bowl the ball into that hitting zone in baseball.
Yeah, so in baseball, they got a strike zone. They got an imaginary box that they try to get it in to get a strike. If it's not in there, it's considered a ball. The only difference is, though, in cricket, when you're bowler wide, the batting team gets 1. It's awarded a run. In baseball, you get 4 balls. You're allowed to take a base.
And taking a base is what? Like
You go into
walking
first.
free?
Yeah, you walk freely to first base, and then you're on base, getting ready to run.
So it's similar to a run.
Well, no, not really, because if the bases is not loaded, and he's walked, a run doesn't score. In baseball.
But he's getting closer to make a whole complete thing.
Yes, but he still has to go to second base, third base, and then get home in order for the team to score a run. Whereas in cricket, as soon as he bowls the wide, it's 1 run awarded to the total.
Yeah, I was just doing it in terms of, cricket runs score more frequently than
Yes.
in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
So that movement is like a progression to make a score.
Definitely, yes.
In cricket called a no ball, which is when the umpire has determined that the ball has been delivered illegally. And there's a couple dozen different reasons why an umpire might call.
So there are no balls in baseball.
No. I don't think there's no balls in baseball. There's balls and there's strikes. That's pretty much it. Foul ball, strikes, balls. And then the pitchers have different pitches, but there's no
So what if they overstep where they're standing at? That box there.
I've never seen an overstep in baseball, but what I have seen is balk. It's pretty much when I might be butchering this, but when a pitcher is attempting to pitch, he can't then change to try to get a runner out when he's in the motion. It has something to do with the motion when they're getting ready to pitch. But other than that, I've never seen an illegal delivery in baseball. If one of my baseball fans or some of the baseball players watching, comment down and let us know if there's an illegal baseball pitch that you know of. Other than hitting the pitcher, which we know is not legal. Another
A no ball. If the umpire calls a no ball, just like a wide, 1 run is awarded to the batting team. In cricket, the batters stay on the field until they are out. So they continue to bat and score runs until they are put out. This means that, just like in baseball, a batter can be out with 1 single swing of the bat, or they can stay at bat, I guess forever. But it's common for a batter to score between like 20 and 50 runs in an at-bat, and it's not unheard of for a batter to hit 100. This is called a century, and it's very fun.
Couple of things there. You don't get to bat as long as you please, sir. If you're in there not scoring runs, they're taking you out. I know it was explaining it differently.
And that's that's why I'm glad we're doing this video, because he was probably saying that for the format of Test cricket is why he was saying that, but the video was showing T20, which is a shorter version. So that you got to be scoring fast, or else they're going to tell you to get off the field.
Yep, they time you out, man. They said we got to put in our big hitters. You're wasting the deliveries.
Exactly.
And also, he's saying that baseball, they can get 1 out. I think he said if they get strikeout, they come back again.
Yes, and that's what I was saying. In cricket, if you get out in that inning, you're done. There's no more second chance.
Yeah, you don't come back again.
But in baseball, you can come back in the second innings. You're at bat. You have more at bats in baseball than cricket. Cricket is 1 and done for that game.
Unforgiven.
Yes.
Unforgiven. Man.
Especially in the T20 format that we're comparing to baseball. T20, 20 overs, 3-hour game. Baseball, 3-hour game.
Along the perimeter of the cricket field is the boundary. This can be a rope or a little cushion type thing, or it could be a short fence or a wall. When a ball is put in play and it reaches...
I was just going to say, have you ever seen a fence, but I take it back. I've seen a lot of fences.
I've seen that before too.
Or goes past the boundary, that is called a boundary.
Correct.
A ball that rolls and hits or passes the boundary or bounces over the boundary like a ground rule double is worth 4 runs for the batting team. A ball that is hit over the boundary, so basically like a home run, is worth 6 runs for the batting team.
So, I try to explain this to my co-workers and fellow Americans that I talked about cricket. He did a good job here explaining as well. As the batter, once you hit that ball on the ground and it gets to the boundary, that's automatically 4 to the total, like he said. And then if you hit it full into the stands, which is equivalent to hitting a home run, you're awarded 6. So 6s in cricket is like home runs in baseball. We love them. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves seeing the ball sail out of the park. And that's one of the beauty of the game when you kind of get involved in it. So if you love baseball and you love seeing home runs, you love seeing Aaron Judge hitting them bombs and Ohtani taking it deep, they do have that in cricket as well.
Outs.
There are several ways that a batter or runner can get put out in cricket, and they boil down to two basic categories. A batter can be caught out, which is just like baseball. They hit a ball in the air and a fielder catches it. Or they can be out if the fielding team knocks the bails off the stumps of the wicket when you are in a position.
The run out is equivalent to putting the ball in playing baseball and trying to get to first base before the catcher catches the ball. The batter in cricket is trying to get his bat past that line before it hits the stump.
As it regards to hitting sixes and home runs, in baseball, I know you have those slower balls, the curve balls, but you know the destination is this one spot. In cricket, you don't know where that destination is. Because there's a wide area that you can pitch that ball, and it can be a bouncer, a full toss, a yorker, a lot of different variation.
Yes.
So you have to be focusing on a lot of things. You don't have much time, so it's impressive to even hit a 80 meter, 90 meter boundary. But I'm facing some fast deliveries over 140 Ks.
Yes, and one of the hot topics, one of the hot topics that Americans like to say is the hardest thing to do in sports is to hit a baseball. The hardest thing is to hit a fastball, a 90 mile per hour fastball. And I like to say one of the hardest things to do in sports is to hit a 90 mile per hour cricket pitch or cricket ball, because it's not, like you said, coming at you in that strike area or that strike zone. It actually has to bounce before it gets to you. So not only do you got to pick it up from the release, you got to also see where it bounces and then measure it and then react to hitting it.
And don't come and tell me about that swerve and anything. We have the swing as
we
well,
have the
sir.
same thing. Yeah.
And when it hits the pitch, it's doing something else.
So don't get me wrong. It's they're both hard. But don't tell me that baseball is that's the hardest thing in sports. I don't believe that, because you have to see it. Like you gotta one time face someone and try to hit it off the bounce and then tell me what you think.
There's a few different ways this could happen. You could be run out. This is where you are trying to score a run, but they knock the ball into the wicket before you reach the crease that defines the place where you are safe. By the way, the bat is part of your body when determining whether or not you are safe. You can be bowled out, and these are very exciting. This is where the bowler sends the ball to you, and the ball bounces past you and knocks the bails off the stumps. A batter can also be put out by the wicketkeeper if the batter moves past this line here called the popping crease, and the wicketkeeper gains possession of the ball and knocks the bails off the stumps. This is called being stumped out. A batter can also be called out if they allow the ball to hit them, and the umpire determines that the ball would have knocked the bails off the stumps if the batter had not interfered with their body. This is called a leg before wicket. So those are the most common ways that you will see a batter or runner get put out by the fielding team. There are several other much less common ways for a batter to get out, and we will not be getting into them here. One major difference between
Such as obstructing the field.
Yes.
But we're not getting
But
into
we're not
that.
getting that either. So many unwritten rules in baseball that I learned just watching my son play and going to travel ball and local ball. So that's like one of those unwritten rules in cricket. So we will skip that.
runner out, they first have to appeal to the umpire who will confirm whether or not the batter or runner is out. So if a batter or runner would be out, but no one on the fielding team notices it, then play just continues, and the umpire will not just call them out. When a player is put out, the bowling and fielding.
And what do we say to appeal?
How is that? Yes. So whenever you hear them screaming on the field, like why are they screaming? They're asking the question to the umpire, and it just goes, "How is that? Is that out or not?" That's why it's "How is that?" and everybody's screaming. just to break that down.
Said to have taken the wicket, and the batting and running team is said to have lost the wicket.
Overs.
Each series of 6 pitches or deliveries, which are called balls, is called an over. Each over has only one bowler, and each bowler only bowls one over at a time. So after a bowler has delivered 6 balls, they take a position in the field, and another player comes in to be the bowler for the next over. A bowler can field for an over and then come back to bowl again, but a bowler may not bowl 2 consecutive overs.
So pretty much in baseball, you have a pitcher. He could pitch the whole game. He could pitch the whole game if he wanted to. In cricket, the maximum, like he says, is 6 pitches, 6 legal pitches, which is equivalent to 1 over. Then you get off, you go to field, and the next pitcher comes up and he pitches 6. So you can't pitch consecutive overs as a bowler. You have to get off for 1 and alternate. Unlike in baseball, you could pitch 1 innings, 2 innings, 3 innings, and then there's a closer or you have another pitcher that comes in.
So hold on. So when a baseball pitcher finishes a game, he has to go and soak that arm.
Definitely has to.
Yeah, the next morning wakes up like,
bro,
he doesn't know what to do with himself.
I have so much respect for baseball pitchers because as outfielders, when we're on the boundary, we got to throw the ball into to the keeper, and you know what toll that takes on your arm. Imagine doing that for 4 innings, 5 innings, and not only are you throwing heaters. They have different deliveries too in baseball. They have change-ups, they have sliders, curveball. So that takes a toll on the arm. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I respect them for that because when you're bowling, it's completely different than throwing.
Overs are similar to individual at-bats in terms of the flow of the game, right? It's like one series of deliveries that everyone's watching, and then there's a brief pause while a new player comes on, and then there's a next set of deliveries that everyone's watching. The difference, of course, is that it's the bowlers, the pitchers that are coming in and out, and not the batters.
That's one thing I observed when I went to a baseball match. The team that is batting switch multiple times within that one game.
Yes.
Like as soon as, so I think it's like 3 at a time. Is that it?
So in baseball, let's say the first innings, the team that's hitting first, they don't switch until you get 3 outs.
Oh, so that's what I mean.
So once you get 3 outs, then you switch. You take the field, and then the opposition goes into hit. Then 3 outs, and then you switch. So if you go up there and you just keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting, and they can't get no runs, then that sucks for you. That's what I said. In baseball, you have a lot of opportunity to fail. In cricket, it's slim because let's say the first 3 innings, your first 3 at bats, you get struck out, and then your 4th at bat, you hit a home run. In cricket, you get 1 out, you're done, buddy. Next game.
Beyond everything that has been explained so far, the majority of the details of the game that you watch will depend on the format of cricket that you're watching. There are 2 basic formats of the game of cricket. There's first class cricket and there's limited overs cricket. First class cricket is what a lot of people think of when they think of cricket. We're talking about the games that go on for several.
That definitely. Most people talking about, this game is long and boring.
Yes.
That's what they think. But
every time they say that.
Game has transitioned a long way from that.
Long way. It's transformed tremendously.
They go and watch a IPL match in person. Yeah. I don't think the atmosphere, I don't know it, but because the atmosphere of an IPL match is so high.
Yes.
In T20, I would think it would be hard to top that for a baseball atmosphere. Yeah. What you think?
I think it's almost equal, if not the edge goes to the IPL because of how crazy they are for cricket over there. But remember, baseball here is huge. Like a World Series game, the stadiums are packed. The atmosphere is crazy. Top of the 9th, down by 1, bases loaded. I mean, they have so many historical moments in baseball that we can compare to cricket. But when you're comparing the IPL, the India Premier League, you're not far off, CG. You're not far off. But the average American, when I ask them if they know cricket, this is what they think about. First, test match cricket. The version that can go on for 5 days. That's what they all think about. We got to try to break that. Me and CG, our goal is to try to break that. Because there's a format, which he'll probably talk about, T20, a shorter version, is 3 hours. Roughly around 3 hours, the same as baseball. And they wear colored clothing. That's how you know the difference. Test match, the longer format, white clothes. The shorter formats, 50 over, 20 over, they wear colored clothing with a white ball.
And test match is where you have the best technical batters.
Yes, correct.
Because the goal is not to get out.
Several days, everyone is wearing white. Maybe the Queen shows up. And first class cricket is most associated.
This man said maybe the Queen shows up.
You can't be mad at it. Hey, I'm saying I enjoyed this video. That's why we're reacting to it. I really enjoyed this video.
With the 5-day long test matches that international teams play against one another. They're scheduled for 5 days, but they might be completed before that. At the beginning of the first day, there is a coin toss to determine which team goes first, and then the sides alternate going through their entire batting order. This happens twice, so each team goes through its batting order twice for a total of 4 innings. Unless the team that goes second scores more runs than the team that went first, in which case they don't have to actually finish their entire innings. They just win the game. That was very simplified. The rules governing test matches could be their own 15-minute video. The other format of cricket is limited overs cricket, where each team is limited to a certain number of overs, and each innings comes to an end when the specified number of overs has been reached or when all of the batters are out, whichever comes first. There are several types of limited overs cricket, but there are 2 that you are most likely to see. The first of these are the one-day internationals, or ODI. These are played between national teams, and each team has 50 overs. And then there's also T20 cricket, which is 2020 cricket, where both teams get only 20 overs. This style of cricket was invented to be more exciting and more fast-paced, and to put the length of an individual match around the same as other common sporting events around the world. An easy way to know whether you're watching a test match or a limited overs match is whether the teams are wearing white or colors. And if you are watching a professional match, you're almost definitely watching a T20 match.
Goalkeeping.
All right, pay attention, because this is maybe the most confusing part of all of this, the scorekeeping. So at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says India, and then it says 118 for 5. This does not mean that the score is 118 runs to 5 runs. No, this means that India has scored 118 runs for 5 wickets, which means that 5 of their batters have been put out. Then it says first innings. So this is the first innings of this match. Then it says England 287. So that's how many runs England scored in their innings. And since this is a test match, both teams will play 2 innings. Then you've got information about the 2 batsmen that are currently up and how many runs they've scored so far. Then at the end, it says Broad 0 for 24. This means that Broad, the bowler, has taken 0 wickets so far and has allowed 24 runs. And then the 15 o'clock over there, that's just the time of the day. It's 3 p.m. Now, for a limited overs match, there's a little bit more information that you need to know. So here you go. Down at the bottom, it says England. This is another game between England and India. It's a women's game. So it says England 103 for 4. So that means that they've scored 103 runs for 4 wickets. P2, don't worry about what that means yet. Then it says 24.3 of 50. That means that we are 24 overs and 3 deliveries into this innings. And then the 50 means that this innings will have at most 50 overs, right? Because this is a one-day international. Then it says target 222. This means that India went first and scored 222 runs. So that's how many runs England has to score to win.
The target is 222. That means England scored how much, CG?
You mean how much did India score?
India, yes, correct. How much did India score? If the target is 222 for win to win.
221.
There you go. Good job, CG, my guy. Yeah, so
This
sport.
man, bro.
No. I'm just because I'm just trying to, compare. So,
Explain to him.
yeah, because Sports Explain is doing a great job so far, but the target is 222, so that means the opposition, which is in the England, have to score 222 to win the game because 221 was the score. Did I explain that
England
correctly?
made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if they made 222 and we scored 222, we have a tied ball game. So just want to clarify that.
The test match we just saw. Just be careful because if you're watching an Australian broadcast, the scores are reversed. The wickets are first and the runs are second. So on this one, it says Ren, that's the Renegades, that's one of the teams, 5 for 135. So it's 5 wickets for 135 runs. So just be careful, it might be confusing. One major difference is that in cricket, if a ball is in play, the runners are not compelled to move.
Correct.
Right? You only run if you think you can make a run.
The first time I played something similar to baseball is in military, where they have this thing where you kick like a soccer ball
Kickball.
and you have to run. The first time I played, I know that I'm not gonna make it, so I didn't want to run. But they're telling me that I have to run.
Yeah, you gotta run.
That's how it goes in baseball too.
Yeah, at least try to make it to first base. I mean, there's times when obviously you ain't gonna make it, but you still
So
gotta.
it's suicide.
You can call it that, but it's part of the play. You gotta get the play out. You don't want to run into the dugout without going down the line.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So once you hit the ball, it doesn't matter if it's going straight to
So, yeah,
the pitcher or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
You gotta shoot it
You still gotta go down to
and just
first
do the
base.
play. Oh.
Yeah. Once it's in play, you gotta.
One
go.
similarity is that every cricket ground has different dimensions and a different shape.
Correct.
And much like in baseball, this means that certain cricket grounds are more favorable or less favorable to different play styles. Another difference is that in cricket, the positions refer to place.
Look
This
at that, bro.
This to confuse a lot of people if you showed them this, man. Pretty
So
much, this is every possible fielding spot that you can have on a cricket field. But don't let it confuse you. There's only 9 players on the team in the outfield. That's just them pointing out all the positions.
That's the captain or the vice captain.
Yeah, that's their job.
Hey, you go over there.
Yep.
Most time that's what happened. A lot of them don't even know the fielding positions.
Is on the field and not necessarily the individual fielders. So if baseball had a similar thing, like you would not be the shortstop for your team, you would just be a fielder who would be playing.
One thing it's up for debate. The outfielders. I think some of the baseball players might edge the cricket fielders, like throwing in the ball.
Yes. Thank you, CG. And that's what, whenever they compare cricket with baseball, nobody talks about the fielders. I'm telling you, bro. Let me tell
They're
you something.
impressive.
Those outfielders might not do a lot during the game because, it's a lot of laps in between when the ball hit their direction. But their athleticism and their strength can rival cricket players in the outfield. Long on, long off position, getting to that deep hit ball and then getting it in. That needs to be talked about more.
I think they edge it because we have a lot of cricketers, man. They can't throw in a ball to save their life. And the top tier throwers in cricket might be on par with
that,
too.
yeah. And the only difference, so here's where in that fielding department that we're talking about, you have the outfielder, center field, left field, right field. The only difference with a cricket player, where we have the edge, is we don't use a glove. So it might take a lot for the baseball player to transition going from using the glove to using his bare hands. But if they got a hang of that, they could rival, man. I'm telling you, they can get that ball to the wicket keeper really quickly.
Real quick. Yeah, I was just referring to the throwing,
Yep.
not the
Yep.
catching, because I know
Yep.
that's a different level.
Yep.
Harder ball and everything.
Yep.
Shortstop position. And then if your team was in a shift or whatever, maybe you would be said that you were in the second base position. Or maybe for one batter, you would be in the shallow mid outfield position, right? Another similarity is that in cricket, players' on-field and off-the-field behavior is governed by an old-fashioned sense of propriety that's not unlike the unwritten rules in baseball. And the final difference that's probably become clear to you as you watch this video is that cricket is a much more international game than baseball. I don't mean to say that it is more popular in more countries than baseball, although this might also be true. What I mean by this is that international competitions, so competitions between national teams, are the norm. They're not like a special thing that everyone tunes into every 4 years.
Correct. The cricket
USA
calendar is
sport.
packed.
I think is baseball like generally a USA sport, just like American football?
Yes, but here's what. A lot of so whenever I tell people, or whenever I tell my local friends and stuff that cricket is the number 2 sport in the world, they don't believe. They find it hard to believe, but he just hit the nail on the head.
Americans think about like NBA. They say
NBA, MLB, NHL, Major League Baseball, but like he just hit the nail on the head. It's not. Normally you'll see an India versus Pakistan game played. I mean, whenever that happens, that's crazy.
It's not teams within a country. Actually, country versus country.
The best players in the country is playing against each other on a regular basis throughout the cricket calendar. So that's why the sport is so popular. It's played everywhere.
World
and
sport.
Nothing against baseball, because listen, I love baseball. I go to watch the Rays play all the time. I'm here in Tampa. That's my favorite baseball team, the Tampa Bay Rays. I love watching baseball. I also love cricket. But I'm telling you, man, you got to give it a shot. You got to give cricket a shot. You have to. If
and
you love watching baseball, go ahead.
And when the ball hits you, just tough it up and come again.
And
Don't
come
quit.
Again. Not only that, but for all my baseball fans, for all the Americans, we're trying to grow, our channel and grow the popularity of cricket here. Give it a shot. Just one day, just put a game on and watch it. I'm telling you, if you love baseball, even NFL, if you love NFL and you like stats and everything, you can find the same in cricket. It's so much in cricket when it comes to the sport.
Years. Professional cricket is a relatively new phenomenon in the world, and while leagues are becoming much more popular these days, it wasn't very long ago that professional cricket was looked upon as diluting the purity of the game. All right, baseball fan, you have just become a cricket master, and you are ready to watch any cricket game that comes across your television. If you are a cricket fan and you notice that I got something wrong, which I probably have, or that I left something out, which I probably did, feel free to let me know in the comments. Although, like I said before, it might be more fun for you to just make your own companion video. I would love to watch a video.
Yes, well done to Sports Explained. Listen, I watched that video and I enjoyed that video because I think you compared both sports very well and you represented cricket well. That's why I wanted us as cricket players to react to that video. What do you think, CG?
Definitely very well done.
Yes.
And I think I need to go watch a baseball explained.
But you know what? I'm going to take you to a baseball game. I'm taking CG to watch the Rays play. And we're gonna let you guys know how it is. How about that, CG? How about we...
It's a plan. Well, that's it for this episode. Remember to like, share, comment,
subscribe.
and we really enjoy this one. But until next time, nothing but greatness. We out. Bless.
Out.